I thought of something that Rory can do with his kids.
What?
Take them out back to feed the turkey.
Yeah, yeah, I was thinking of that.
I have some
I
bread.
got them a couple cookies here in case they can give them Alfie to take a cookie from them. We'll see.
Okay, but yeah, I got some bread they can feed the turkey.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I thought about that. Taking them out back.
Yeah.
Remember, be careful on things like silver. It has expirations today, Wednesday, and Friday. It has expirations every other day. Every other day. Gold, by the way, the same thing. GLD. Pulling back a little bit. Again, I'm out of silver. I'm out of MSTR. Put debit spread, and I'm out of ACN. Those calls, out of the money calls I put on today. Those are my trades for today. Sold HPQ for 100% profit from last week's time spread, and I'm still in Apple and still in Amazon. Those are swing type trades. Okay, see if we have any questions. 11:30. Got the YouTube feed up and going. Good morning, YouTube folks. Again, pretty choppy day today. SPY, all the indexes gap down. SPY gap down. You can see gap down this morning. Tried to recover. Hasn't really been able to make much movement here. It's just really just chopping between the pivot point, which is right up here, and the VWAP, which is right here. Not much going on. So I haven't touched any of the indexes. I did trade, just traded silver for a profit. I'm out of it already. Calls expiring today. Got about 35% profit on that. That Marriott that was called out earlier in the room doing very nicely today. Nice move in Marriott. Nice move up here. Compression starting to move again. Very nice move in Marriott. Marriott options are horrible though to try to trade. right, see if we get any questions here. It's about 11:41 right now. Hey, Doug. What would be wrong with day trading SLV? Nothing. What would be wrong with it? Nothing. I did trade it. I took calls expiring today. If you take calls, they expire every other day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Same thing as GLD. And I took them for today. I'm already out of the trade. It was a nice trade for me. I traded the $52 calls when it was trading at about 53.80. I get in for 82 cents, and I get out for $1.07. I'm already out of the trade. I suggested trading it, intraday trading it, not swinging it. You want to go outside? You want to go outside? I don't have any more cookies for you. You want to go outside? All right, let's go outside. Come on. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. It's not like it was the other day.
What would be?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
It's not as cold as it was the other day.
No, it's pretty cool.
No, but it's not bone chilling. You know, the other day the wind would blow through you. It was like bone chilling.
Hey, Doug, which bar did I enter as SLV? Let me see. I don't remember. Let me go back and look. SLV 11:14. Right here, on this candle. As it came off of the off the 8 and out of this dynamic compression zone, I took it here, and I get out. I'm not sure exactly where I got it. It was trading at 52, 53, 8 or something when I get out. So I get out on this candle right here. Got another pop after that. I'm not in it anymore. That again, another nice move there. Again, another nice entry right there off the 8. Roger, CFG looking good. Thank you. Whoops. Doug, sorry, I had my mic off. This is the candle I get in on right here, and I get out when it was 53.08, 53.07, somewhere right in this candle here. And now it's made another nice little move there. Roger saying CFG looks good. Citizens Financial Group, yeah, a nice move in CFG. There's a daily chart in CFG right there. You don't have any horizontal support resistance levels on this one. Just breaking out right here. You can see that breaking out. Looks pretty close to well, not an all-time high. All-time high is back over here. We're pretty close to an all-time high on CFG. I would probably draw some resistance levels right here and near the very top of that candle right there. Just a little higher than that. Right about there. Silver's still going. Could have got a lot more for that one. Silver went from, I get in again for 82 cents, get out for $1.07. It's $1.33 right now, so that's a pretty big move in silver. Very nice. That's I already pointed that one out this morning. SPY getting relatively strong here. It bounces into this dynamic compression zone. The market internals right now have been moving up very strongly since about 11:20. Pretty strong move in the market internals. I don't know why that saying is down. That's interesting. Look at this VOLD. Something weird going on with this VOLD. For some reason, the market, there's something fishy here with Thinkorswim here. This is not producing a Laguerre. I don't know why. And current time frame momentum is not showing up on it. I'm not sure why that is. Something is very odd. SPY's doing okay. Market internals have moved up pretty nicely, but why this is showing VOLD down is it's not calculating it for some reason. I suspect there's a little bit of an issue with Thinkorswim. APP, beautiful strength today. Yeah, right to the 50-day moving average, Jarek. Watch the 50-day moving average. The old arrows are pointing up, but the video they were showing down. Yeah, it's something. It's not putting in momentum down here as I showed you. It's not got the Laguerre for some reason. It's not doing that. I'll have to find out why. I can't do it right now, but there's got to be a toss. I would check the toss issue. Here's the VOLD. I mean, here's the think or swim. Up here's a TC2000 market internals right here. This blue line. Look at this. That's really, really strong. Really, really strong. And the toss is not even producing one right now. Again, the VOLD is not calculating. And it's something with the VOLD because all the other stocks are working fine, but this is not this does not have the Laguerre on a VOLD for some reason. You notice it hasn't done anything here. In fact, it hasn't shown up today. It showed up the last we had was on Friday. Friday was working fine. All of a sudden, it stopped. So something is up with that. SPY coming up toward the pivot point here. You've seen that before, Mayank, when you have an abnormal hours like a half day on Friday. Yeah, maybe so. I don't know what's going on with it. Again, I'm looking at the market internals on TC2000, which are now turning down, by the way. SPY showing green here, but again, I'm not touching any of these things right now. I'm just looking for some stocks to trade. Had a few, 2-3 good ones here this morning. Silver was a beauty. I mean, I'm out of silver right now. I could have taken a little bit more on it, but I didn't want to hang around too long, as you can see why. Again, it was expired today, so I took what I thought was a 35% profit was a nice profit, so I'm out of that. Lockheed Martin coming in pretty hard today, down about 3%. Here's the daily chart in Lockheed Martin. Rolling over pretty hard for 37.45 support. Very difficult to play Lockheed Martin. The options are very, very widespread. Again, pointing out Amazon is riding the VWAP. Certainly is. Apple bouncing up here, Apple's gone green. Here, lass. SPY. Here's the SPY. Hasn't done much today. Gap down, moved up. It's been fighting the VWAP all day long, and right now it's still inside this dynamic compression zone with a pivot point right there. It's a pivot point right there. Again, I haven't touched the indexes right now. I don't really see any edge in trading the indexes right now. They've got too much support and resistance too close by. Yes, Max, I'm saying issues with the VOLD. Laguerre, Friday was fine. Yeah, Mayak says he's seen this before on happen when there was a shortened day. I don't know whether that screwed up the platform somehow or not. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. We'll take a look at it later. Again, I'm not a toss expert. I don't really. I'll have to talk to somebody who knows about toss and see if this is just going to correct itself. Joe over in the Discord room knows about this. Also, Sergio down at Brightline. All right, just watching here again. Again, remember our objective is not to make trades. Our objective is to make money. Right now, I'm not finding anything I really want to trade. Silver's pulling back. ACN still pretty strong, and MSTR I'm out of. Still pretty weak, trading at 150, but holding the 156 to 38. Trading at 157 right now.
LGV and Lagevron new MRI biomarker data linking neuroinflammation to clinical outcomes in patients at CTAD. on ADTN form for insider purchase by director purchasing 12,359 at 7.81 for a total of $100,000. That's ADTN.
APP, nice move. Very expensive options, extremely expensive options. Went through the 50-day moving average, expensive stock, 619, but the options are crazy. Again, it's trading at roughly 620. The 620 calls, 1650 by 1720. These are at the money calls with about 17, cost about $1,700 to buy it at the money. That is extremely a lot of volatility built into this thing. Volatility is very expensive. Of course, the stop's expensive, so it can move a lot. But it got up to the 50, has not hesitated when it got there. Just keeps moving up. But again, very risky to try to trade it. Debit spreads, you can't even justify them. A $5 spread costs about $2.50. Too much. SPY just moving along the 8 exponential moving average here, just below the pivot point. Again, not much. SPY just is still down 0.18% today, but it's gained back most of its losses after the on the open. Qs as well, down just a little bit right now. IWM, which was down over 1% earlier, down about 0.7% right now. So again, I'm not touching these indexes. Again, APP with a huge move up here today. Huge move relatively for it, $19. SPY coming right up to the pivot point here. First time it's actually gotten to the pivot point today. SPY couldn't get through the VWAP. I'm sorry, the pivot point. Went up to it, couldn't quite get through it. Testing it, but not through it yet. Q's above the pivot point here. IWM just above the 8 exponential moving average here. App with a nice move up this morning. Coming right back down to the 8 right now. Trying to bounce off of it. See, you got any questions? It's about 12:11. 12:11 on Monday, the 1st of December. Amazon up about 0.5% today. And Apple now up about 0.14%. So Apple's gone green. App with a little bounce here. Very expensive to play app. Was Russell's plane still scheduled the same? Was Russell's plane still scheduled for the same time when you got
Yeah,
there?
I believe so.
Especially in the middle of the day.
Yeah, well, I've been talking to
Oh man, mine's a bread.
that's for Rory and
Oh, for Rory.
and then bread for the turtles is over there.
This stuff, rough, just the stale stuff.
Turtle.
Yeah, it's
bread.
the stale stuff.
Yeah.
The stale, yeah.
Yeah, bread for the turtles.
Bread for the turtles.
And if they don't wanna do it, it'll become breadcrumbs.
They become what?
Breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs. You usually have plenty of breadcrumbs over there.
Not a lot, I dropped a lot of them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I haven't heard from Rory. I don't know what time to get me. I don't know what time his flight is or anything, so.
yeah.
I told him it was about a half an hour from here to time to get me here, so. So I gave him the address and see if he comes. I'd like to say hello to him.
Yeah, wouldn't you like to meet him in person?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming up every year, that's why I'm giving him I saw that, I mean, probably
That
won't be
meeting,
here.
I would be probably at book club.
The book club is at 2:15 and Ann is meeting us at the Harris Teeter at
2 o'clock. Then you get, then you get that thing tonight.
1:55, yeah.
What time is that thing tonight? You gotta eat yet, right?
Well, what to eat, but I can, Ann has to leave at 4:15, so I'll be home
From
by,
the book club.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, so you'll be back home here.
about 4:15.
Yes. But you gotta head out of here pretty early.
Oh, yeah, I'm not getting there any fast.
I thought it was like 6 or 6:30 something.
Oh, maybe it's 5:30 or 6.
5:30 would be pressing.
Yeah, it's a little early.
Alfred's relaxing on the pillow. Actually, he's sleeping. Tesla's car sales are dropping like a rock all around the world.
Car sales?
The car sales.
Why?
Tesla?
Oh, Tesla.
Tesla. What is this all for?
What is it?
Monorail.
Oh, I should be up there. That's for tonight.
And you got stuff for Wally for the party we didn't make. That was funny as hell. What did Karen say about that?
She just said, we really got to get together for some, we need to plan a low-key catch-up.
Yeah.
And I said, absolutely.
Low key is easy. That's the key for us. Low key. There you go. So Spy couldn't get through. Spy couldn't get through the VWAP. I'm sorry, the pivot point. Now it's right back down to the 15. Came through the 8, 15, bouncing now, just chopping sideways. This is just not a good day to be trying to trade the indexes, in my opinion. Finding stocks much easier. Find stocks that have got some movement to them. ACN, which I'm out of. I took good profits in that this morning. MSTR, took nice profits in that. It's coming back down now. Now it's broken down again. This may become another good short here, MSTR. It's broken down below the support level. It's still got one at 150.66, 150.66, which is still a ways down. I may take that one again. Market internals continuing to bounce around here now. Up and down, up and down. MSTR I'm looking to do short, but I just, the options at price are just, they're just way too high. I can't even get a decent spread right now, so I'm not going to touch it again right now. I do like it short, but I don't know. Just the premiums are too expensive to try to take. Even if you drop down all the way down to like 150 on MSTR, which is trading 156.54, so $6 out of the money, still 470, 480 by $5. Very expensive. Yeah, just kind of moving along the 8 exponential moving average here. SPY, pull back from the pivot point, moving straight back down, not straight back down, just drifting back down again, trading right between the 8 and the 15 right now. Market internals are right now weak, they're coming back down again. Watching APP. Just moving sideways. And SPY, no move to the pivot point. Right up to it. Now it's just trading between the 8 and the 15. The VWAP back down here again. This is very, very slow action here. SPY down about 0.2%. Again, this is just choppy, non-directional action. Market internals still coming down, market coming up. We actually get a divergence here in the market internals and the SPY. A bunch of YouTube folks today. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the options trading room. Thanks for coming by. Welcome to December. And this is the SPY super system right here. It tells us whether the institutions are in buying or selling. You can see right now in the SPY they're fairly bearish. Yellow is bearish, blue is greenish. They've just switched to selling again. But the SPY is not going anywhere. It's just trapped in between this pivot point, the 8 exponential moving average right here, and the 15 exponential moving average right here. And this is the VWAP right here, volume weighted average price. It's been pretty much trading inside of that range all day long. So we're not going anywhere. At least not for the time being. Again, app moving back up again here. Nice little moving app. Very expensive. MSTR, I had a nice trade in MSTR this morning for a short put debit spread, but I'm not taking it anymore. The options are too expensive, so I'm not an MSTR anymore. Took a nice profit in ACN long this morning. That was a new trade strategy that we're trying. An out of the money catalyst trade. I took profits in HPQ. This was a time spread from last week. I had the $25 calls. I let the $25 calls expire worthless for the ones we sold for last Friday. I kept the $25 calls for this week. I paid $12 for the entry and I sold it for $24 this morning. So pretty nice trade all in all. on that, about 100% gain. Go right to the pivot point here and pull back. Hey, Ari. ANGO, biotech, good progression the last few months. ANGO. Yeah, nice move today, too. 4.5% right there. ANGO trying to break out. Yeah, it's been moving up here pretty nicely. We'd have to buy stock up and coming, no, well known, so volume's marginal. Been here for quite some time. Yeah, the margin is pretty marginal. Average 50-day volume on this thing, 529,000 shares. Yeah, not very much. Only 209,000 shares today. Very low volume. Interesting stock, though, by the look of it. Pretty good daily chart. SPY still not doing much of anything. APP trying to get back up through 620. About 12:34. I take lunch here in just a bit. Yeah, you like low volume when you're very familiar with the stock. Yeah, it makes a big difference when if you're familiar with the stock. For me, when I can't, it's very little volume. It can be manipulated quite a bit as well. But again, I don't think that's what's happening. I don't like to trade low volume stocks like that. This and again, you're a medical sector, healthcare sector, biotech is your forte, and that's again that gives you an edge. So you take advantage of it, which is smart. Yeah, it's choppy non-directional action, price action in the SPY right now. It's not going anywhere. Can't get above the pivot point. Stays above the VWAP. Qs look a little bit better. Qs are above the above the pivot point here right now, actually a SPY super system setup. Let me see what we get for resistance on the Qs. 618.12. We just went above it. Then we get 624.03. That's a decent potential trade here on the Qs long for an intraday trade. I took a few Q calls here. Took a few Q calls off this bounce off the through the pivot point and coming off the 8 exponential moving average. Market internals are moving up, by the way. Can't go by this right now. This is not working. But I took some Q calls right here. Just quick. Qs, I mean, it's outperforming the SPY. As you can see, the SPY has not been able to get through the pivot point. The Qs have. And again, the SPY hitting the pivot point will probably put some pressure on the Qs as well. So I will probably take profits in that pretty quickly. $618.12 is the support on the Qs. Very choppy. The whole market's very choppy here right now. SPY just riding the 8. Q's also right just above the 8. See what we get here. Down about a dime on them right now. But I'm still just riding along the 8 and 15 here. Again, I'm just going to take quick profits in this Qs if I can get it. If I can get profits in these things pretty quickly. Because we're not really going anywhere in the market. Q's definitely outperforming, but we'll see what happens here. A little pop in the Qs. I just took profits in the Qs. I am out of the Qs. Not a big profit, small profit, 15 cents. All right, I'm going to get ready for lunch. Let me go ahead and... Hey, Tim. What's the difference between the options live trading room and the private Discord? The latter only coming with annual membership, I think. Not the Discord room. No, the Discord room. If you sign up for a subscription, I don't think you have to have have an annual. I'm not sure about that, but I don't think so. I think if you take a quarterly subscription, you get the Discord room. You'd have to check with Rory about that to be sure, but I think you would get the Discord room. And if you sign up as for a quarterly or annually, whatever, if you let me know in here, I'll get you in the Discord room if that's important to you. Discord room, we have a couple of professional traders in there. Dr. No Savvy Trader. They post a lot of stuff in there. You can talk to them. Again, you're seeing the same thing here in the room here. You'd see this room all the time, if you remember, with the SPY Super System, etc. But I can get you the Discord room if you want that. If you sign up, just let me know, and I will take care of it for you. All right, I'm going to get some lunch, everybody. So thanks so much. I'll go ahead and shut down the YouTube feed. Thanks for being here today. I appreciate it. We had a lot of folks there. Going to get some lunch, and YouTube, we'll see you folks tomorrow. I'll be back again about 11:30 tomorrow. And again, thanks so much for being in the YouTube and watching the room for a while.